have them? They're right on top. Okay, no, it's fine. I have my phone. Oh, here we go. Thank you. Thank you. Please be seated. ASIJ board members, faculty, staff, alumni, parents, teachers, friends, and fellow seniors. I am Andy Takagi, and on behalf of the entire senior class, I would like to welcome you to this graduation ceremony for the class of 2017. At this time, I'd like to introduce the people here on stage today. Mrs. Carrie Bennett, Associate High School Principal, Mr. Rick Wineland, High School Principal, Ms. Arita Williams, our Head of School, Mr. Brendan Madden, High School Science Teacher, and our faculty speaker today, and Kota Katsuda, speaking on behalf of the senior class. When I first met Kota in kindergarten, she was the art kid. Her iconic bows in her hair instantly made her famous throughout the kindergarten classes. Now, she's famous for her talents in art and music, both which I have had the honor of seeing firsthand, and for her tireless work as Student Council Secretary for 2 years. I was proud to call her my friend in kindergarten, just as I am proud to call her my friend today. It's only fitting that our journey started together and now will come to a close together. Please welcome Kota Katsuda.
A hat is a head covering worn for many reasons: for rainy weather, safety, or fashion. This hat, unfortunately, isn't very sturdy or comfortable, and it certainly isn't very flattering. Rather, it's a symbol of the hard work we've all put in over the past 13 years. During the Renaissance, these were worn by the students, artists, and philosophers of society to signify great knowledge and wisdom. Likewise, we wear them today to mark all of our accomplishments and academic achievements. Today, we are united through these outfits. On this most special of days, we wear this uniform to indicate that we are one. We, as the ASIJ class of 2017, have made it through together. What is it about uniformity in this manner that's so powerful? We wear our Mustang uniforms to demonstrate our school pride, and we wear black and white during band concerts. On the days we've banded together to support cancer awareness, the entire high school was decked out in pink, orange, or blue. I was reminded that strength stems from this unity when Sho spoke on Thursday night. He reminded us of the first day of sail competitions. We all wore our new green t-shirts, and we were doing great until it was time for musical chairs. Due to some miscalculations in the scoring, we were getting kicked out of every round, our best players being brutally expelled like talented athletes in the final weeks of Survivor. Those of us watching could only look on in a state of shock. So we, in an act of silent protest, turned our backs, creating waves of discordant green 17s. Immediately after, our Facebook page erupted. We continued our protest during lunch, and Andy composed and delivered a letter of our discontent. What I love about this class is that we are never afraid to collectively speak our mind. We are never silent, whether it is in times of joy and celebration, or anger and frustration. We have always spoken up, written about, or engaged in lively discussion some way or another. Through our ability to communicate together, we have become a powerful force. Once we change out of our caps and gowns, we will no longer be unified by our clothing. It may seem like we'll have to challenge the norm and the rest of the world without this loving support that we have all fostered. However, we will each be carrying memories of our senior year raising our voices together. Every opportunity we have taken throughout high school to challenge the status quo has reminded me of your courage. Remember to take courage from your senior year. Remember when you are challenged in life beyond ASIJ that you'll have the knowledge and experience to express yourself. Remember that even though we'll all be separated by states, countries, or even continents, that we will all be supporting each other in this journey. Your ability to communicate compassionately and responsibly is desperately needed in our world. Please use it wisely. Today, when you throw your hat in the air, throw it without fear, knowing that you are prepared to go out there with confidence. Even when you're facing struggles, doubts, or challenges, know that we've all got your back. Thank you.
Many students know Mr. Madden as being the crazy skiing, mountain climbing, drone piloting teacher. On top of those many cool qualities, to his friends in the class of 2017, he's a thoughtful and passionate mentor. Yet, beneath those reflective sunglasses that he always wears, he is consistently cheerful, supportive, and above all, caring. We could not ask for a greater friend to have here with us today. Please welcome Mr. Brendan Madden.
So I'm gonna make some eye contact with a couple of you to start off. Yeah, you, okay, you're over there. Okay, good. Okay, not you, no, oh yeah, you. Okay. Minasan, konnichiwa. Watashi no name wa Brendan Madden desu. American School de 5年間を生物と物理教えていました。卒業式にようこそ。That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Good afternoon. My name is Mr. Madden, science teacher. But here we go. Welcome, colleagues, friends, parents, and congratulations to the class of 2017. Although this isn't your first congratulations. Thus far, we've had Senior Sandwich Day, Senior Ice Cream Social, Senior Halloween Party, Senior Christmas Treats, Senior Chili and Soup Lunch, Senior Valentine's Day Treats, Senior St. Patty's Barbecue, Senior No Pants Photo Day, Senior Sakura Lunch, Senior Banquet, Senior Hangover Breakfast, Senior Walker Race, Senior Quilting Extravaganza, and of course, Senior Bingo Night. And now this graduation, which of course would not have been made possible without your parents. In fact, without their hard work, perseverance, insight, and risk-taking, they wouldn't be here and you wouldn't either. And then I'd be stuck speaking to an empty auditorium, which would have sucked. So give a round of applause to the parents, please. High school graduation, huh? While some of you are sitting there knowing exactly what you're gonna do in life, like an arrow that's heading straight for the bullseye, some of you are gonna do what I did and kind of bounce around a ping pong ball table or a pinball table, not knowing what's gonna happen next or where you will end up. I graduated from Richland High School in Richland, Washington, which has recently made BuzzFeed's list of most offensive high school mascots, of which I am deeply embarrassed, but it is a reality that we have to deal with today. We had a parking lot full of four-wheel drive trucks with gun racks. Wranglers were the most popular jeans, and tobacco's chew spit could be found in every water fountain. Many people I went to high school with were content with staying in Richland. However, none of that described me or my aspirations or the goals I had for myself. Firstly, I wanted to make it to the graduation party at Beer Falls, where there actually are no falls. It's just a place in the middle of the desert. And not to upstage Lauren and her medical goals, but my other goal I had was to become a ski instructor, where I could shred puff fluffy pow pow every day. But my parents would disown me if I didn't get a college degree, so University of Colorado accepted me, and I was off to ski. Go to class and study really hard. After graduating with a Bachelor's of Science in Environmental Science, and never having been out of the country before, I decided it was time to make my move. On my own, I took a 5-month backpacking trip through Europe, and in December, made it to Switzerland, where I got hired to teach skiing and snowboarding. I was 21 years old, and I had already accomplished my life goal. Now what? Without a clue, I moved back to Seattle, and with my degree, got a job at a private engineering consulting firm where I would use my knowledge of environmental science to help land developers kind of go around the rules. The exact opposite I went into environmental science in the first place. I had to wear a suit, which you can see really isn't my style, worked in a cubicle, and spent about 3 hours a day in traffic. I wasn't miserable, the money was good, but I knew there had to be something out there. Subconsciously, I knew that this wasn't me. One day I was sitting in my cubicle checking MySpace and my American Online account, and my friend Dave called me up, and he said he was moving to China to help start an international school and that they couldn't find anybody with a science background. Before he could even finish the statement, I said, I'm in, 100%. 2 weeks later, I was on a flight to Qingdao, China to help start the Qingdao American International School. I was having a blast teaching science, and everyday life in China was a shock to the senses, much like smelling salt, although it was usually piles of trash, rotting fish, and/or burning plastic. Dave and I got deep into China. We learned the language, we started a popular band. We were the best men at weddings and ate anything they put in front of us. And actually, I don't mind a good scorpion every now and then. We even had a TV show that allowed us to travel from Shanghai's F1 racetrack to China's far reaches with its borders of Pakistan, Nepal, and Mongolia. We were so deep into China, we started venturing off the beaten path, even accidentally strolling into places that we weren't supposed to be, like this ridge overlooking the main Chinese nuclear submarine base. That was it. We were both hooked on pushing our limits and decided that our next trip would be epic.
Here we are, beginning of the bike trip, and our altimeter says 3,600 meters above sea level.
Dave and I were standing with our bikes and a couple of bags of gear in front of the Potala Palace in Lhasa, China. We were about to embark on a 700-kilometer mountain bike ride, most of it above 4,000 meters through the Himalayas to Mount Everest Base Camp. Once we reached the world's biggest roadblock, we would then continue on the Friendship Highway down the longest mountain bike downhill in the world into Kathmandu, Nepal. But at that moment, reality struck me for the first time. I was jittery and nervous, like somebody punched me in the stomach. This was a serious challenge. Perhaps I set my goals too high. But we were committed and started to ride. We kept finding ourselves in situations that at the time were uncomfortable, nerve-wracking, several times frightening, especially when we tried to test international borders and attempted to ski from a snow-capped volcano in China into North Korea. I started to notice that these experiences, the coldest nights, the longest hikes, and even challenging political mindsets were addicting. Addicting to see how I could adapt and thrive in extreme situations. With each goal I accomplished, my confidence grew, and I fell in love with traveling outside of my comfort zone. In 2010, Dave and I were planning our next adventure. We were looking at countries that were risky politically. We felt that if we could go to one of these countries, considered an enemy of America, and show that it wasn't as dangerous as the media portrays, we could challenge our own prejudices and possibly those of others. Being American, of course, the Middle East came to mind. We noticed on a map of Iraq, there was a little spot of white in the top corner. Is that snow? Could you ski there? With skis and camera in hand, we went to find out.
Hey, this is the craziest road I've ever been on. What do you think?
Crazy? It's so scary. Oh man, it is so scary. We said we wanted to hike this ridge right here, but they said we couldn't because there's...
We were warned that there still may be landmines up in the hills left over from the Iran-Iraq war.
We're not quite on the top of a peak right now, but I can't believe it. I can't believe it, man.
We've done some stupid stuff in order to get here.
Come on, guys, ski your act.
Now, looking back on that clip, I think I'm wrong. The things we did to get there weren't stupid at all. They were risky but calculated, planned and executed with our vision. We were prepared and trusted that our preparations would carry us through difficult situations. Our confidence grew and more adventures followed. We headed to Tehran, Iran during the 30th anniversary of the Islamic Revolution. We traveled to Mumbai weeks after the Mumbai terrorist attacks, and then, despite Department of State warnings, skied Kashmir, located on the border of India and Pakistan. with both nations at the brink of war. Most recently, we set out on an adventure that had political, natural, and physical dangers as we crossed Nicaragua on foot along the proposed and controversial Nicaragua Grand Canal. Unbeknownst to me, and definitely not premeditated, extreme traveling became my joie de vivre. It became a way to challenge myself both mentally and physically. The physical challenge was especially true when we decided to climb Denali, also known as Mount McKinley. Located in Alaska near the Arctic Circle, and known for its ferocious weather, at 6,194 meters, it's almost twice the size of Fuji and is North America's highest mountain. A summit attempt requires 2 weeks of living and climbing where humans are not meant to be. Again, I wasn't sure if this was actually possible for me to do this. I felt the reality and severity of this situation the entire time, but no more than here. This is a shot of us after 8 hours of climbing, arriving at high camp, 5,200 meters above sea level, around 11 p.m. The temperature was plummeting well below zero. It may be difficult to realize while you watch the scene, but we were panicking. Every second we were outside, we were a step closer to frostbite and hypothermia. We were on the verge of being too cold to put the tent together at all, and that would be disastrous. But the cold and near-distress situation only instigated my mountaineering curiosity. Kilimanjaro, the highest mountain in Africa. Elbrus, the highest mountain in Europe. Aconcagua, the highest mountain in South America. Through the 7 levels of the candy cane forest. Through all these adventures, the physical and mental ups and downs, I have become wise. Beyond my years? Probably not. But it's this wisdom I would like to share with you today. Number 1, enjoy the moment. Whether you are on a broke-down 18-hour, dusty, loud, crowded bus ride with a seat next to the taped-up cardboard window across the African plains, or what seems like an 18-hour ride to the Narita airport, enjoy that moment. Whether you like it or not, these are the moments of your life. They make you you, and they are very limited. High difficulty is high reward. This applies to whether you're talking about going to the gym, studying for an exam, or traveling. The harder a situation is mentally and physically, the more accomplished you will feel after. The hard road is the easy road. Prioritize your goals. Don't settle for anything less than what you want to be, whatever that picture in your head might be. And it is completely fine if that picture changes, and it will. As you go through life, don't be afraid to reinvent your goals and redefine yourself. But do what it takes to be that person you want to be. You'll have to make the sacrifices, make the hard decisions, enjoy the struggle. Until you have reached your goals, do not stop, do not settle. This crazy whirlwind stumble of a life path that I've followed has led me directly to this moment, this crossroads, where you and I are about to make another big transition. I leave ASIJ to finish the 3 mountains of my the 7 summit quest, and you? I wonder what you will become, where life will take you. I'm definitely not worried about you. You are the most well-prepared, hardest working, most talented, and goofy group of scientists, writers, entrepreneurs, historians, athletes, artists, musicians, actors and actresses, dreamers, innovators, advocates, and leaders that I have ever met. You are also multi-talented at such a high level, I've actually found myself bragging about you at parties. I know, so lame. But you are great. You masterfully create Instagram videos, scrutinize prom dresses with meticulous detail for days on end, are connoisseurs of the dab, Snapchat stories Shakespeare would be proud of, and bottle flip with devout concentration. We are all eager to see where the fidget spinner and memorizing Kendrick Lamar lyrics will take you. 4 years, boom, in a blink of an eye. I know that I speak for all your teachers here when I say we are grateful for the time we got to spend with you and look forward to see how you make this world a better place. Finally, just like I would tell you at the end of class on Fridays, I will tell you one more time. Do something awesome this weekend. Don't sit at home wasting hours in front of a screen. Don't squander your opportunities. Time goes by too fast. Get outside, get out of town. Climb a mountain, go surfing. Explore your neighborhood, go somewhere you haven't been, do something you've never done but always thought you could. Thank you, Japan. Thank you, ASIJ. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2017.
I never get tired of hearing these musical groups perform. Let's give them another hand. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the graduation ceremony for this very special class. I understand that some of them have been here throughout their school career, and others have joined the class every year for the last 12 years. This is truly remarkable in an international school. Before I speak to the graduates, I have a word for you parents sitting in the audience. Twice I sat where you are sitting, tears welling up in my eyes and a big lump in my throat. As I wrote these words, I was thinking I might have been crying because I was thinking about the tuition money I was about to dole out, but nevertheless, I was crying. Like you, I looked forward to the day my children would become adults and taking care of themselves, even as I dreaded those empty seats at the dinner table after they left. I thought they weren't ready to manage their own life. In my heart of hearts, I knew that they were. There isn't much I can say to make you feel better, except that after a year at ASIJ with these students and their remarkable teachers, I can confidently assure you that they are as ready as any senior graduating from any school in the world to go out into their future. They will be fine academically if they apply themselves. As they fly away from the protective embrace of their family, most likely they will be fine socially and emotionally as well. There will be some adjustments to be made, some challenges along the way, and yes, they do have to learn to do their laundry, but they will manage because they have the tools and the courage and the determination to do so. And they still have you in the background cheering them on from abroad. My own 2 children are now fully functioning adults with children of their own. So I can attest in my experience, the international school world in which they grew up did prepare them for life. And we all survived the separation. To the class, you students, I know you've been getting advice right, left, and center, so I'll keep mine short, and I certainly can't match up to the advice you've just gotten from your science teacher here. This graduation is the first of what I'm sure will be many milestones and celebrations that you will have in your life. As for most of you, it also involves moving away from your family, your parents. It's especially meaningful. And it's time. Though you may suddenly feel very sad and anxious about going, I'm sure I can tell you that it is time. I have 3 rules for life that I will share with you, and these will carry you through whatever else happens. All 3 rules have to do with a very simple concept, and that's the concept of respect. Rule number 1, respect yourself. Be healthy. Be joyful. Take care of your body and your spirit and your mind. Shun people who do not respect you, and embrace those who feed your spirit. You are the only one who can take care of yourself, so do it. Rule number 2, respect others. Be open to those around you. Make new friends. Be grateful. Be interested in the lives of others and learn from them. Please and thank you are still the most powerful words. Use them liberally. You've been graced with caring, supportive, loving families. They have loved you in those days when you were adorable and sweet, and those years, it seems, when you were hard to love. And now they are giving you the gift of flight. So fly away and remember, and most of all, be grateful. Rule number 3. Respect the peace of the environment you will occupy, as well as the planet we all share. Be active, do your part, and participate in efforts around you that support a sustainable life for all of us on the planet and for the generations to come. We're all in this together. Those are my 3 rules. But I do have one more cautionary note. Most of you, or perhaps all of you, will at some point encounter failure. In fact, sometimes you may fall that you have fallen flat on your face. If we at ASIJ have taught you nothing else, I hope you will understand that failure is a very important part of life and of learning. That you fall down is not so important than that you get up. So when you find yourself in a hole, take a few minutes to feel sorry for yourself, then get up, brush yourself off, and get back out there. Every day is a new day with new opportunities. Embrace it. It has been a great honor for me to be here among you this year and among these fine teachers at ASIJ. All of them join us in congratulating you. We love you, and we wish you Godspeed.
Well, seniors, this week has been quite a special one for you. Senior banquet, the senior trek, the senior walk, and soon your walk across the stage are all part of the traditions that help symbolize the end of this stage in your lives and get you ready for the next. It is time for you to go. But I want to share 2 pieces of advice, adding to all the advice you've been getting these past few days. Sharing advice for the future as you ready yourself for launch into the world, that show called the theme park on Thursday night. Others might call it a rat race. Maybe it's a theme park with lots of rats. I don't know. But first piece of advice is to nurture your moral courage. This is different than the typical courage that we see a lot of from you, like the courage it takes to stand up and belt out a tune by yourself on stage, as we saw Emma and Emily do a few nights ago, or to stand up and inspire your fellow students at Students Inspire, or to make a fool of yourself at a pep rally or class comp. Moral courage is standing up for your beliefs, doing the right thing in the face of serious opposition. You see moral courage in small ways when you withhold the car keys from an intoxicated friend or refuse to help someone cheat. You see it on a bigger scale when you work through challenges to make your community and world a better place. In this polarized world that we live in, either you're conservative or liberal, you're Republican or Democrat, you're Christian or Muslim or Jewish or Buddhist or Hindu or atheist. People have become so entrenched in their own ideologies, they've become conformists. We've become embattled, like so many rats just following the pack. We speak to each other with contempt. You don't have to look much beyond the recent elections in the US or around the world, or turn on the daily news shows to see this in action. Professor and author Irshad Manji, who's the founder and director of the Moral Courage Project at NYU, remarks that either you swallow the orthodoxy of your ethnic, ideological, or professional tribe, or you're deemed a traitor. Manji challenges us to develop individuality. It's not about rebelling, it's about compelling your own community to change, worrying less about what others think about you, and worrying instead about what is right. We need you to take on this challenge. We need you to have the courage to stand up and find a better way to tackle the problems we face throughout the world. Anger and contempt and yelling don't seem to be working very well. We need you. The second piece of advice is to nurture your ability to focus. Mrs. Goddardson touched on this the other night, and Mr. Madden shared this just a moment ago. After seeing some of the moments you've been enjoying, I'm glad he's still alive to tell the tale and enjoy more moments. You know, you see people texting while walking, checking email while watching TV, playing a game on the computer while looking up the shortcuts on your phone. On one level, it all seems okay. We've gotten pretty good at all this multitasking. But letting your mind wander has a potential downside, beyond just the obvious risk of walking into a lamppost or crashing your car. In fact, Harvard psychologists Daniel Gilbert and Matthew Killingsworth conducted a research study just a few years ago to investigate the relationship between focus and happiness. Initially, 2,000 participants agreed to be contacted at random times throughout the study. They were asked questions about their happiness and what they were thinking about. In other words, were they focused on what they were doing or thinking about something else? The study has expanded now to over 15,000 people, over 650,000 different contacts covering 85 different careers. Activities that were connected with happiness were things like exercising, or listening to music, taking a walk, praying, meditating, reading, and a few other things I cannot mention in this family-friendly audience. Near the bottom of the list, commuting and working. All of this is not particularly surprising at all. The surprising thing, and what the researchers found after over 500,000 of these contacts, is that whatever people were doing, whether it was reading or exercising or working or whatever, they tended to be happier when they were focused on the activity rather than letting their mind wander. Indeed, whether their mind wandered was a better predictor of happiness than what they were actually doing. In fact, they saw evidence that mind wandering caused unhappiness. So you will be happier if you quit daydreaming and quit thinking about what you're going to do tonight and focus on the here and now. I guess this is a nice way of saying, just shut up and listen to me for the next 2 minutes. Parents, perhaps you can try this with your teenagers at home. Now, your parents, your teachers, and your peers have helped you develop your courage, develop your hearts, and develop your minds. You've been pushed to dig deeper into that English essay or that JSEM paper. I want to ask you to raise your hands if you still need a little more focus on the JSEM paper. You've taken advantage of so many opportunities, working for clubs, creating music, directing plays, applying math formulas, winning Far East baseball tournaments, taking the leap of faith, and just grappling with the many other challenges you faced over the years. We hope that we've planted the seed of both living in the moment, of being footloose and fancy-free, but also having the courage to stand up for what you know in your heart is right, and to improve your communities in the years ahead. Sure, it's important to pursue your goals, but be sure to focus on, in fact, enjoy the journey. It is indeed a rat race out there. It's a competitive world you're entering, and you need to move fast. And yes, we've all heard that old saying, that the early bird gets the worm. But don't ever forget, it's the second rat that gets the cheese. Congratulations, class of 2017. Thank you. Now, as we saw in the photo session yesterday in the elementary school courtyard during the Sayonara Walk, I'm happy to say you look a lot better today than you did about 24 hours ago. So, some of our seniors have spent most or all of their education at ASIJ, with 24 of you entering in second grade or earlier. Over the years, some of you have left and returned, in some cases more than once, but all have returned to the fold, and you'll forever be part of ASIJ Family 2017. So seniors, please stand, turn around, and remain standing as I introduce you. Now, 6 of you entered in the NK 3-year-old program. Matt Dixon. Billy Fuji. Noah Kasaba. Fayez Majid. Saya Okuno, and Andy Takagi. Eleven of you entered in kindergarten. Shivam Agarwal, Say Antonides, Dallin Gerber, Hiroki Ino, Kota Katsuda, Emin Lee, Kian Malarney, Ryuji Mori, Ali Rogers, Hiyori Tanaka, and Hannah Van Alstein. 4 of you entered in first grade. Sho Hatakamiyama, Justin McAuliffe, Ian McGuire, and Marcus Seiland. 3 of you entered in second grade. Hannah Jacobson, Lisa Okazaki, Emma Watts, and with the remaining 10 of you who entered ASIJ in elementary school, please stand. Now, with those who entered in middle school, please stand. There are 26 of you. With the 20 of you who completed all 4 years of high school at ASIJ, please stand. With the remaining graduates, 61 of you who entered ASIJ after grade 9, please stand. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in recognizing ASIJ class of 2017. Also like to recognize at this point those students who were members of this class but left ASIJ prior to this year. At least one of them returned to campus for the walk yesterday. Ask her to stand and be recognized. Not sure where she is, but we have quite a few. We have quite a few alumni each year at graduation. Would anyone who has graduated from ASIJ please stand? Now, our last recognition is for our high school staff members who are currently or have been full-time faculty members connected to our high school who are leaving ASIJ after this year. I'm going to list them by their length of service and ask them to stand and just give us a wave. We have Carmen Cox, Lauren Langer, Marina Rothberg, our head of school, Arita Williams, Rob Harold, Primo Chang, Brendan Madden, Kim Goddardson, Dave Goddardson, Jeff O'Brien, Tim Thornton. Where are you, Tim Thornton? Noriko Saji. Also ask you at this time to join me in a salute to Brent Huber. Also saying goodbye to Keiko Ackerman. Keiko, where are you? And we also are saying goodbye to John Sievers. John Sievers. Thank you. You may be seated. At this time, I'd like to ask our 2016-2017 Chair of the Board of Directors and Board of Trustees, Mr. Brian Johnson, to join me, Ms. Williams, and Mrs. Bennett in presenting diplomas to the class of 2017.
Mr. Wineland, Miss Williams, Mr. Johnson, the following seniors have met the requirements for graduation from the American School in Japan, and I will present them to you at this time. Fumiya Ansgaard Abe Nornes. Mayu Anna Adomi. Shivam Agarwal. Ian Sora Anderson. Se Hirai Antonides. Bruno Langshi Ablas de Arajo. Elena Bremnar. Jaylyn Ashley Brown. Amelia Elizabeth Bruce. Jessica Mary Bruce. Lisa Madeline Bryant. Shine Susanna Chang. Matthew Liam Chapman. Elisa Mari Charles. Sean Michael Connors. Thomas Fletcher Crow. Stone Patrick Damon. Elizabeth Grace Davidson. Danilo del Rodriguez. Matthew Henry Dixon. Sarah Elizabeth Donnelly. Thea Ariel Dowrich. Marguerite Maria Eftimiadis. Sebastian Valentine Eigenmann. Joseph Tyler Edison. Dylan Kaito Fackler. Anais Marguerite Farian. Andrea Kyoko Furman. Davis Ryu Furman. Ryan Linus Fernando. Jacob Neil Fisher. Cameron Matthew Franz. Rachel Shulan Fuchs. William Taiki Fuji. Dallin Richard Gerber. Thomas Andrew Grespin. Teresa Toshiko Haberstro. Manon Roslyn Hale. Fengju Han. And he graduated in December. Alec Hara. Sho Alexander Hatakeyama. Daniel Jacob Hellworth. Elizabeth Hickey. Emily Charlotte House. Brandon James Marston Hunt. Dennis Aguilar Hurt. Emiliana Weiss Hyman. Hiroki Tyler Eno. Sai Ishizuka. Aaron Tarvin Isomura. Ren Rachel Ito. Hannah Ingrid Jacobson. Another early graduate not with us today, Anthony James Jeller. Jae Woo Jo. Julian Shion Johnson. Nanami Kano. Kotoha Katsuda. Akio Walker Kawasaki. Kazuto Ilho Kim. Mia Beatrix Kim. Yana Renee Kim. Karen Yoriko Kitsuda. Nellie Hudak Colin. Asuka Kosugi. Ashta Kumar. Haruki Kurosawa. Noah Scolinos Kusaba. Kalani Yun Rong Kwan. Ko Aiden Laughlin. Ji Sup Lee. Margaret Emin Lee. Krasimir Percy Leonard. Eliza Rose Lura. Sally Maida. Kana Ma. Fayaz Majid. Kian Patrick Mallarney. Hannah Hayes Mallard. Celia Martin Sanchez. Cheney Yasko Masaki. Yukio Masuko. Sebastiano Pio Matera. Justin David McAuliffe. Ian Abe McGuire. Tommy Jean McGuire. Jocelyn Niwa Meyer. Tuhina Mishra. Ikumi Miyazaki. Kimai Lotus Molinar. Ryuji Mori. Sarah Moe Nakanishi. Mikio Nakata. An early graduate, Savannah Shea Napierski, not with us today. Ren Nikura. Mark Harumasa Nishida. Ryan Kazushige Nishida. Max Masato Nishikawa Fu. Lisa Okazaki. Saya Catherine Okuno. Aslyn Elizabeth O'Leary. Joao Gabriel Stennert Olivieri. Willis Yu Ong. Jenny Pan. Junghyun Park. Yuki Ueno Peters. Azu Shiota Ping. Kenta Maida Reed. Emily Barbara Robison. David Akira Rochman. Luke Akira Rogan. Alessandra Jean Rogers. Pratiksha Raut. Won Jun Ryu. Marcus Robert Siland. Anju Sashida. Britt Anthony Cease. Lauren Emmy Sekiguchi. Rachel Elizabeth Samaya. Rashi Sethi. Varsha Shankar. Megumi Ann Shimizu. Henry Sonam Slater. Choryu Sun. Rin Suzuki. Tyler Kento Swedberg. Minako Takabuchi. Andy Akira Takagi. Rei Takahashi. Kiori Tanaka. Yuko Taniguchi. Michael Wilson Taylor. Karen Tokeshi. Hannah Lynn Onuma Van Elstein. Ryan Hugh Tuan Vo. Ash Vias. Lisa Christie Watanuki. Emma Smith Watts. Rina Essie Yaita. Kaito Yamagishi. Raina Leslie Yanagiba. Ken Lawrence Yokokawa Robinson. Ji Soo Yoon. Nana Yishomura. And our last senior who couldn't be with us today, William Zhang. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2017.
This senior video is a product of absolute blood, sweat, and tears. More sweat than anything else. It is the truest representation of our grade, our personalities, and our adventure through this school. I would like to give a special thanks to Ty Dirksey for helping us film. I'm also grateful to have had two amazing filmmakers by my side throughout the whole process, Ren Nikura and Kota Katsuda. Without their hard work and the hard work of the class, this wouldn't have been as much fun as it was.
start. Fancy clothes, fancy cars, and then you see you're gonna go far, 'cause everyone knows who you are. So live your life. You steady chasing that big bar, just live your life. Ain't got no time for no haters, just live your life. Go tell them where it'll take ya, just live your life. Cause I'm a paper chaser.
Kidding away. No, I don't know what I'm to say. I'll say it anyway. Today is another day to find you shying away. Oh, I've been coming for your love, okay? Take on me. Take on me. Take me on. Take on me. I'll be
She having it when they call her working on the bachelor. I know you got a pass, I got a pass that's in the back of us. Average, I'ma make $1 million on the average. I'm riding with no brain, I'm out of it.
you slide on all your night.
Hold the camera still. Yeah. Great acting. Yeah.
A+.
Just like this. Do you try on all your nights like this? Put some spotlight on the slide. Oh yeah. Whatever comes too clear. Do you slide on all your nights like this? Do you try on all your nights like this?
So high, I did not recognize the fire burning in her eyes, the chaos that controlled my mind. Whispered goodbye, she got on a plane, never to return again, but always in my heart. Oh, this love has taken its toll on me. She said goodbye too many times before. And her heart is breaking in front of me, and I have no choice, 'cause I won't say goodbye anymore.
The years start coming and they don't stop coming. Fed to the rules and I hit the ground running. Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Your brain gets smart but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back streets? You'll never know if you don't go. You'll never shine if you don't glow. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid. Only shooting stars break the mold.
Yeah. Chitty bang, and we pretty much amazing. Can we hear your new song, please? I got you. Hey yo, I once was a kid, all I had was a dream. More money, more problems. When I get it, I'ma pile it up. Now I'm dope on the bread, we can toast so fresh. How we flow, everybody get this style from us. I once was a kid with the other little kids. Now I'm ripping up shows and them fans going wild with us. Tell mommy I'm sorry, this life is a party. What I want, you got, and it might be hard to handle, but like a flame that burns a candle, the candle feeds the flame. What I got, full stock of thoughts and dreams that scatter, and you pull them all together, and how I can't explain. Oh yeah, well you make my dreams come true.
Anybody could be that guy. The night is young and the music's high. With a bit of rock music, everything's fine. You're in the mood for a dance. And when you get the chance, you are a dancing queen, young and sweet, only 17.
No fighting. Shakira, Shakira.
I never really knew that she could dance like this. She make a
my body. I'm on tonight, you know my hips don't lie, and I'm starting to feel it's right. All the attraction, the tension. Don't you see, baby, this is perfection. Come on, turn the radio on. It's Friday night, and I won't be long. Gotta do my hair, put my makeup on. It's Friday night, and I won't be long till I hit the dance floor. Hit the dance floor. I got all I need. No, I ain't got cash, I ain't got cash, but I got you, baby.
Just you
Baby,
and me.
I don't need dollar bills to have fun tonight. Baby, I don't need dollar bills to have fun tonight.
So this is what you meant when you said that you would spend. And now it's time to build from the bottom of the pit right to the top. Don't hold back. Packing my bags and giving the academy a rain check. I don't ever wanna let you down. I don't ever wanna leave this town. 'Cause after all, the city never sleeps at night. It's time to begin, isn't it? I get a little bit bigger, but then I'll admit I'm just the same as I was. Now don't you understand that I'm never changing who I am? It's time to begin, isn't it? I get a little bit bigger, but then I'll admit I'm just the same as I was. Now don't you understand that I'm never changing who I am? This road never looks so lonely. This house doesn't burn down slowly. To ashes, to ashes. It's time to begin, isn't it? I get a little bit bigger, but then I'll admit I'm just the same as I was. Now don't you understand that I'm never changing who I am? It's time to begin, isn't it? I get a little bit bigger, but then I'll admit I'm just the same as I was. Don't you understand that I'm never changing who I
The senior class traditionally gives a gift to the rising class of seniors. The class of 2017 will be giving 2 new senior bikes for next year's seniors to experience the freedom of senior privileges and to make new memories on them, just as we once did. After the commencement, everyone is invited to attend a reception at the school. If you are riding one of the buses, they will leave from behind the hall. So if you are taking the bus, once you leave the hall, turn right and exit from the rear of the building. We would like to express our utmost appreciation and sincerest thanks to the junior parents for organizing this year's graduation reception. Through my final days at ASIJ, it's been hard not to look back on the long and sometimes arduous journey traveled. Yesterday, when we walked throughout the whole school, each step brought back every memory I had made, every experience, every laugh cried out, every tear shed. You've been my family for 15 years of the most epic and colossal adventure, and it has been an absolute honor and pleasure to call this group of strange, sensational, ingenious people my family, and to have called ASIJ my home. Like any family, this class is not perfect, not in the traditional sense. Like any family, we have been distant, we have fought and loved, we have cried and screamed, fallen apart, but always come together in the end. We are connected by love, love that is irrational and raging, fearful and fragile, joyful and sorrowful. Our love is messy, and maybe that's what makes it so completely human. One more day. When you think you're ready, it turns out you really only want one more day. One more day of senior video filming, of class comps, of JSEM in Okinawa, or of jump, or of senior walk. Of all the things at the end of the road, you really only want one more day. They say all good things come to an end, but they never, ever mention how sudden it all is, how painful it can be. However, I know deep, deep in my heart that this will not be the last time you will hear the names you've heard on stage today. I hope you are all paying attention, because these are the people, these amazingly talented, heartfelt, kind people. These are the people that will change the world. I know that for sure, without a doubt in my heart. Never forget, class of 2017, we will always be family. Wherever, whenever, however, always together. Class of 2017, please stand. Move your tassels from right to left. Ladies and gentlemen, I proudly present to you the graduates, the ASIJ class of 2017.